Hi friends, this is Top Cat Jimmy. Thanks for tuning into my channel. We are about to do a home studio rescue. We are about to do a home studio transformation. So, welcome aboard and come on in and let's do this. Alright, here we go. This main part of the studio, okay, and I'm going to be rearranging all these things. There's my acoustic treatments I'm going to be putting up. So you're going to see a transformation. I just received my new studio professional workstation desk. It is an OnStage brand. Technically it's the WS7500 Rosewood. I purchased it from B&H Pro Audio in New York City. Like I said, it's an OnStage product, which you can check onstage.com out online. They are a distributor in a major warehouse for musical gear and products. I'm going to be putting this in my downstairs studio. This is the second one of its kind that I have bought. The first one I got for Christmas 2015, this last year. I have a video out about that when I revolutionized a room upstairs and turned it into my mini studio. Well, I decided to take that mini studio, which was basically my DAW studio, and incorporate it with my main studio, which is where my hardware is at, and make the two into one. And so I left that desk upstairs, and that now is the office space. Okay. Well, I got my package in from B&H Audio in New York City, and from the address, but I got it online. I've ordered from B&H a number of times, and they always end up having a great service. Usually got anything you're looking for in stock most of the time. So let's open it up real quick. I actually opened this a minute ago. I received it today. Okay, there's the paperwork. The bubble wrap is really cool. Some good quality bubble wrap even. All right, so what I got is some studio gear. Let's see, studio mixing headphones, the Audio-Technica AT-HM50X. Also, studio monitor headphones, the Sony MDR 7506s for monitoring. And okay, let's see, let's set that aside here. Okay, oh, by the way, real leather. Those are worth 30 bucks themselves, but they B&H gave them to me for free for the Audio-Technicas. And what's that say? Okay, so it says leather ear pads. They are real leather. Even the plastic feels great. I'm sorry about my thumb. I was working today. You know, manual labor, blue collar stuff, and I end up cutting myself and scratching myself here and there. I apologize about that wound. Nevertheless, alrighty, let's switch this around, because this is going to be something here I want to say. My Tascam interface. This is actually the first interface I've ever owned. And you might ask why. Well, I never started using a DAW to mix with until last October 2015. This is July 2016. And that's the first time I ever started using a DAW to mix, but I didn't use the DAW to record with, okay? So I didn't need the interface. But what I did is I have a Tascam DP24 and a Tascam DP03. That's hardware. Plug my guitars into or whatever else into, and then I record, and I take those tracks, those WAV files, and I transfer them into my DAW and do the mixing, etc. I have a video about that also. That's on my YouTube. However, what I wanted to do, how to use it, can you use it in conjunction with your DAW? And I go, I wonder if I could make my DP, my digital Portio studio, work as a DM, a digital mixer. We'll find out. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, hopefully I'm correct about this, that I should be able to hook my Tascam DP24, okay, up to this interface right here. Hopefully I'll be able to use my Tascam DP24 as a control panel and be able to actually use it in conjunction with my DAW, which, that being the case, should actually help enhance my workflow. We'll find out, okay? But I do use the DAW and the Tascam DP24 to do my recording and my mixing and my mastering. But now, hopefully, this here will make it a lot more direct and smooth. So, with that said, I just want to say thank you very much. I just got 2 boxes of acoustic treatment panels in today from UPS. I ordered these things yesterday and they have already arrived here a day later. Okay, so as you're going to see, it's ATS package of 12, and they are 12 inches by 12 inches by 1 inch. In this case, 6 charcoal gray and 6 blue. Yes, that you can order that package together. Here in this package is burgundy. Alrighty, it's 6 charcoal gray and 6 burgundy, and you can order that particular package deal as well. And they're $30, actually $29 and some change for each of those packages. So I spent a total of $60 for the acoustic paneling. I will add, furthermore, there's no free shipping involved in this, but it cost me $26 for shipping too. So what, a total of $86 and some change. Let's see here, I'm going to go ahead and open this, hold this out. Here we go. There's the box. And now, furthermore, is hopefully the resolution of this camera, I hope, is capturing the color of that treatment here. It's burgundy, as I mentioned. Here we go. Now, what it says, when I read it on the box, you'll see it yourself. Contents are shipped compressed to reduce your shipping cost. Please open promptly and allow, what's it say, 48 hours for the product to return to its normal shape. Product left in this box for more than a few days could be permanently distorted. So I'm glad I noticed that right away. And of course, as you pull them out, you're going to see, okay, here we go. Voila. There you go, like as such, and separate them, okay, as you know, which I will do. And my floor is clean enough, so it's not going to dirty these up. But that's the look of it. Okay, here we go, voila. So there you go, my friends. That's the burgundy and the charcoal and the blue and the charcoal. And I will be putting these up. I'm also making my own reflection filter shield for my microphone boom stands. And we'll make a video of that as well and post it. Thank you very much. God bless. Allow me to interject here real quick. A control room separate from the live room and separate from the vocals room and separate from any other room. But just to have your own dedicated space for your control room, okay, is what would be ideal. However, the question is, do you have the space? Do I have the space? Do we have the room? Do I have the room necessary for that? And let's find out now, and let's ask and answer these questions. The three options to consider. Where to put up my control booth, okay, separate from everything else. Separate from the live recording room, which is over there. Separate from, say, the vocals room, which is over there. And the other option would be out here in this area. All right, so let's talk about this. The control booth in the live room is not ideal. The control booth over even in here. So if I were to sit at my DAW and my DAW in that area, well, I couldn't do it because right where the center of the wall is over there, guess what? That comes out to be a closet. So I could not set up center there. And I could not actually set up center there along that wall either, because you notice that beam, okay? That is drywalled around. And the same, let's go in here. And the same, let's turn around. The same for this. The center of the room, okay? The desk would be sitting in front of the door as well. Okay, well, this is the long wall, and of course you do not want to set the DAW up over there, you know, your desk. Besides, everything would be behind you over there, and you couldn't see nothing. So, as you'll notice, is not really too acceptable to put the workstation desk here either, because then where would I set the vocal booth? So none of those options are acceptable or ideal. So what I'm saying is this room is definitely out of the question. We have thus, through the process of elimination, all right, we have eliminated that room as an option for the main control room, all right, with the DAW and hardware and whatnot. The other option would be, well, what about in here? I could maybe set some up there, but then, once again, I'd have the whole common area. Look at all that space that I have to deal with, okay, and treat. That would be unacceptable. Would not even be feasible. Not to mention, I can't just block off the bookcase area. You know, that's part of the whole common area here. Okay, so no, I could not even wall this off and build my control room there. No, so that's the only other, that's the second option I had, and the only other option I do have, therefore, is to go ahead and set the control room up as I have had it for the past 3 years, is right here where also the live room is at. That's the option I got. See, this is what happens when you build and you have a home recording studio. Nothing for a lot of parts is ideal. Okay, a lot of times most things are not idealistic. They are not ideal. I say that for a reason. Cannot let anyone talk you out of your idea just because it's not ideal. Okay, when it comes to your home recording studio, do it anyway. Okay, as long as it's not causing a problem, do it anyway. So, okay, as I was saying, I know where I'm going to set up my DAW. Okay, and then I'm going to do this, and I'm going to tell you why I set it up, where I end up setting it up. All right, so I just thought I'd add this in here as well. Thank you. Let's carry on. Now, the other thing is to set a studio up with your DAW properly, okay, for the sake of true referencing and reflections of sound and true, proper mixing and mastering. So if you look at this area, you'll learn like I did. I learn more as I go along in my journey of music. So I have come to discover that setup in there is not ideal because of where exactly that stand is setting. That is not centered, okay? And this is very important. I had no acoustic treatment in there at all whatsoever. All right, now you're gonna see that if you'll refer back to my video of my upstairs home recording, my mini home recording studio evolution, you'll see that I'm starting to understand more. And then I come to understand even more yet. And more as time goes by, although even in learning those things, yes, I was illiterate, and it is an education, it is a learning journey. And also, even the more that I learned, there's still some things I just could not do. The room upstairs was not ideal after all for me to keep. It was ideal for me to eventually turn it into that mini studio, but not to keep, only because the back half of it is also an exercise room, which is really something that is shared, okay? So I did not have a dedicated room even to myself upstairs for the mini studio, so I did not want to take it all to myself and just, treat it with treatment everywhere, in a room that half of it is an exercise area that also belongs to someone else and not just me, It's not fair to take a room that you have to share with something or someone else for something, another purpose, and then take it all to myself. No, that's not right. I don't consider that to be fair towards the other person or people. So I was once again kind of stuck in and limited, okay? I was told, go ahead, put the treatment up, whatever this and that, but I was not about to do that because I did not want to cover the exercise area with the treatment. All around the four walls and stuff behind me and on sides far behind me in the exercise area, because that was, well, if there was a wall going between that big room, it was a pretty big room, going through that room and dividing that room, then I could have my own little dedicated area, so to speak. If I had put up two walls, one to put behind me and the other one alongside me, so that when you walked in the door, you could actually walk to the exercise room still when you walk to the main door to go to that room, and then put another door in the side wall that I just built to come into my little studio area. And still, once again, that's so much more work. And then on top of it, do I really want to divide that room up and all the questions? So my answer was no, I don't want to do that. It's not right, it's not feasible, and I don't have a problem doing the work. It's just, in my opinion, it was just not fair. And it would have been off color if I had done that. So obviously I had the option, and I felt compelled, and I wanted to take the two studios I had and incorporate them into one, especially since I had this one for the past 3 years. Okay, so now, as a result of learning what I have, of taking, take this and center everything the best I can. Okay, put up the acoustic treatment in both rooms. Okay, and incorporate the DAW and the hardware together. And allow me to interject once again that this area here is the common area, okay? This is the common area of two things. This is common area as far as the family room goes, and this is also the common area of the studio. So this suits a dual purpose, okay? We're not selfish around here, and we take what we have and we do what we can with it, the best that we can do with it. And yes, I still do have to finish putting up the acoustic ceiling tiles. All right, there's only so many I gotta put up still. I got most of them done. There I've got actually here those boxes right there. Right there, there's a box and then what's on top of those. I don't know. Can't really see that. Okay, so there's a box, and yes, they are acoustic. If you don't believe me, look at that. Acoustical. Okay. If you do a do-it-yourselfer acoustic panel treatment, you go to ATS Acoustics. They'll suggest you, and they'll even sell you fiberglass panels. Okay, so then you can wrap them up in your material, put them in your, build wood frames if you want to, but use fiberglass. So these are acoustical tiles that are going up, that are not just going up, but this has been a drop ceiling from its inception, okay, from the building of the house. And some are new and some are old, and I actually took them all down and I separated the good from the bad. And now I'm going to show you, because this is my workshop area over here. Okay, those are the ones that I considered not good anymore. And I took every one of these down and I washed every single last one of them with soapy bleach water. Okay, did the best I could with them with what I had. Some are still dull, okay, but they're not dingy. They're not as bright as the new ones, but they're not yellow. Okay, so they look very good. I did my best not to stagger them too much. I didn't want, like, new and old, new and old, new and old. I didn't want to look like a checkerboard, but I did the best I could, and figured, well, I'll do my best to make it look right and smart, make it look good, so I don't look dumb, so I don't look stupid in this, Hopefully it's not too late that for me not to look dumb. Anyway, that's where I'm at with this, and I just got to finish putting up the ceiling tiles. I got to get a new carpet, which this is about, Jesus, I think like 14 feet by mackerel, 14 feet. So what's that? 14 times 14. I know 12 by 12 is 144. All right, and 14 by 14 is. Yes, I paused it and I did the math. I believe it's 194 square feet of carpeting I still have to get for here. I put a lot of money in this house already, and I'll be getting to that as soon as I possibly can. And I'm putting money into the studio. I'm putting money into the gear for the studio. I'm putting money into the home remodeling that I've been doing for years and still am doing. And so it's a matter of, being fair and balancing and budgeting and trying to get it all progressively moving together at the same time. All right, so I just thought I'd add this in here too, and thanks for your time and for viewing this. Let's proceed. Thanks. God bless.